Now that we have discussed type 1 question, let's quickly understand that how the type 2 questions need to be dealt with. So here I have quickly copied these three questions, and let's start with a very easy question. This type 2 question is basically what question, what type, whereas the previous type was is type, because usually those questions, type 1 questions, always start with the word is, while type 2 questions always start with the word what. So for example, if we see the first question, what is the value of x? Now the first statement gives us that x can either be 1 or it can be 2. So we say it's not sufficient, because these values, these questions which say that what is the value of x, understand one thing, we need to have the unique value of that unknown variable in order to say that the information is sufficient to answer the question. When we use the first statement, then we have two possible values. Since we have two possible values, we are confused what exactly is the value of x, and therefore we say that the first statement alone is not sufficient. Having said that, two options, option A and option D, can be eliminated. Now let's look at statement 2, which says that x minus 3 times x minus 2 is equal to 0, which simply means that x can either be 2 or it can be 3. Once again, we have two possible values of x, and therefore we say that it's not sufficient to answer the question again, because we need the unique value of x in order to say that the given statement is sufficient. So option B is also out. When we combine the two statements, so one basic understanding of data sufficiency, when we combine the two statements, then we always have to choose the common value. The reason, the explanation is this: when we say that the first statement has confirmed that x is either 1 or 2, that means x cannot be anything other than 1 and 2, which means the first statement eliminates the possibility of 3. The second statement likewise eliminates the possibility of x to be 1. So finally we are left with only x equal to 2. So we say that together the two statements are sufficient, and therefore the answer to the question is option C. Both statements together are sufficient, but neither statement alone is sufficient. So that is one type of type 2 question. Let's quickly look at another question, and these two are official questions. What is the value of the integer n? So we have to find the possible integer value of n, and there has to be a unique solution. Let's look at the first statement. N has to be between 101 and 103. So we see that the possible value of n is only 102. There is only one integer value between these 102 and 101 and 103. That means the first statement alone is clearly sufficient out of the 5 options. Now B, C and E options are clearly out. We are left with option A and option D. Second statement says that 2n is between 202 and 206. If we divide this inequation by 2, we get the result, which is 101 and 103, which is same as the first statement. So once again we know that n has to be 102. Unique value, sufficient, because each statement alone is sufficient. So answer to this question becomes option D. Now let's quickly look at the third example of type 2 question, which says for all the values of x, the expression x star is defined to be ax plus a, where a is a constant. What is the value of 2 star? So we understand that 2 star according to this function should be equal to a multiplied by 2 plus a. That means we have to take a common, 2 plus 1, so it is equal to 3a. So to answer this question we need the value of a. Let's quickly look at these statements. The first statement says 3 star is equal to 2. So 3 star according to this function, which is a times x plus 1, can be written as a times 3 plus 1, which is equal to 4, gives us a is equal to 2 by 4, which is 1 by 2. Now we can find out the unique value of 3a. Therefore the first statement alone is definitely sufficient. Out of the 5 options, B, C, E options can be eliminated. Second statement, 5 star can be represented as 5 plus 1 times a, that means 6a, and we have been given the value equal to 3. That means a is equal to 3 by 6, 1 by 2. Once again we see that the unique value of a will give us the unique value of 3a. Therefore this statement as well is sufficient, and therefore the answer to the question becomes option D, because each statement alone is sufficient. So this is clearly typical type 2 question in which we need to find the unique value of the unknown variable. If there is more than one possible solution, then we say that the given information is insufficient. Now that you have understood type 2 questions well, I hope you would be able to deal with the two types of questions individually efficiently, at the same time. Now in the next videos, I plan to discuss various rules that help us get the right answer and get the answers quickly. So in the next video, you will see a couple of rules of data sufficiency that we are going to discuss. I hope you enjoyed this video and you will enjoy the other videos as well. Thank you so much.